What's going on, guys? It's Cinecentric, where we talk about all things cinema. Um, it's been a while since I posted a video on this channel. I did like an introduction video video for the channel. And like I just haven't been doing much. I'm mostly procrastinating to do videos. Sometimes you just gotta motivate yourself, get in the mood. But I'm gonna be doing a top 10 video today. It's gonna be my favorite movies. They're not gonna be in any particular order because I feel like it's gonna be super difficult figuring out what my favorite movie is because it's changed over the years. I mean, heck, I'm like in my 30s and like I've watched so many movies that it's just changed. But with that being said, we'll start off with the 2 Lord of the Rings movies. This list was hard to make because I wanted to fit in all 3 of the Lord of the Rings movies, but I feel like that would be difficult because like there's other movies that I wanted to put on this list. And I didn't want to like lump them all 3 into one spot. So I had to pick 2. And the first one's gonna be Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings, the movie that started off the Tolkien craze. Besides like obviously the well-renowned books like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Fellowship's just so good. Introduced us to the characters in the Fellowship: Frodo, Sam, Baggins, Merry, Pippin, Gandalf, Boromir, Legolas, Gimli, all Sauron. Like, it's just a cool movie. It's just a very cool movie, man. The best trilogy and best fantasy movie. Like there's just no doubt in my mind that they hold that spot. I love the Black Riders, the Ringwraiths. Oh hell, I even forgot Aragorn. How can you forget the King? So yeah, like it, as in there. And then after that would be the Two Towers. So when thinking about it, the reason why Return of the King's not in this, even though it's probably the best one out of the 3, it's not my favorite. I can't honestly tell you why. Like I love all 3 of them, but if I had to like rewatch 2 of them, I'd pick Fellowship and Two Towers. I like Two Towers. I think it's the weakest one out of the trilogy, but what I love about Two Towers is, come on now, like Helm's Deep. The Battle of Helm's Deep is so damn good that I have to put it in there, in my top 10. The second one's where we get more of Gollum. We get introduced more with Gollum, and we get to see Frodo interact with Gollum, and we're introduced into Gandalf the White, and we see what happened with Gandalf the Grey, the conclusion of Gandalf the Grey and Balrog's fight. And it's just good, man. Like, I don't think we're ever gonna get to that point of just a marvelous trilogy. Maybe Avatar. Like I recently just watched the first Avatar, and it was pretty decent. And I'm going to see Way of Water soon with some friends, so we can catch up before Fire and Ash comes out next month. And Avatar might come up there. I don't think the Batman Christopher Nolan trilogy is as good. There's only really one strong film in that trilogy, and it's The Dark Knight. But yeah, like Lord of the Rings, like I had to put it up here. So like Fellowship and Two Towers. After that, we'll go with Blade Runner 2049. And like I said, none of these are in like particular order, so don't bash me in the comments on like thinking like Blade Runner is like better than Lord of the Rings or whatever the hell. I've seen this movie a couple times. I think it's significantly better than Blade Runner, and I think the first Blade Runner is a pretty decent movie to watch. But Blade Runner 2049, what it has for it, and I like Ridley Scott as director, but I think Denis Villeneuve, however you pronounce his last name, knocked it out of the park. Just because he's such a lover of the first film, and he casted the movie well. The movie looks gorgeous. It's loud as hell, and I love it. I love the sound design. I love the color palette. I love the cinematography. I love the characters of this movie. It is such a great movie that you don't even notice it's almost 3-hour runtime. Like, it flies by for me. And I think it's Harrison Ford's best movie performance as an actor, because I'm not that big on Harrison Ford, because like I think he just like phones it in most of the time when he's acting. Ryan Gosling, I think he's underrated as an actor. I think he's pretty damn good. Ana de Armas, whatever her name is, she played Joy. She was great. What was the only complaint about the movie I really have is like Jared Leto's character didn't really do much. He was barely in the movie. And like his assistant was mainly more of like the antagonist, in my opinion. And she was damn great too. So like I had to put this movie up here because like I think it's one of the best science fiction movies up there with like Alien and John Carpenter's The Thing. And it sucks that that we're not going to get another sequel because it really did make its money back. But it definitely deserves a spot on my list. After that, we're going to talk about 12 Years a Slave. This one you probably might have not seen, but is directed by Steve McQueen. It's about a free man back in the slave days. He gets kidnapped, or he gets lied to, and these two white guys basically try to hire him for a job because like he knows how to play the violin, and they trick him and they sell him to slave owners, and he's a free man that gets kidnapped and becomes a slave for 12 years, and it's a rough watch. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's probably one of the best movies that I've ever seen depict slavery and just the horrific things that they had to go through. There's one scene in particular that I'm thinking about, because I don't want to spoil the movie for anyone that hasn't seen it. It's very, very sad. Very, very difficult to watch. As you see this man struggle for what seems like 10 to 20 minutes on screen. But it's such a good movie. Storytelling wise, just to see what this man go through to how the ending finally transpires, and just to watch his journey was really great. And I can't think of anything else to say about it, besides like it's a pretty damn good movie. And with that said, we'll roll on to the next one. Let's go with The Departed. This is a pretty good one from, I believe, 2006, directed by Martin Scorsese, the king of mobster gang flicks like Goodfellas and Casino, Taxi Driver, even though that's not a gang flick, but it's still pretty damn good. The Departed, what can I say about it, man? It's the movie that got, I believe, Jack Nicholson an Oscar, and Martin Scorsese won Best Director, I'm pretty sure, for this movie. What can I say about this movie? Basically, it's it has like some spy thriller like themes to it, to like who can you trust, moral epidemics. The cast is fantastic, man. Like, it stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon and Jack Nicholson. Alec Baldwin's in there. Martin Sheen's in there. It's just good, man. Like, it's the drama and the tension's really well done, and it's unpredictable and you don't know what's coming, and like death is everywhere. Like, it's just a good film all around. Like, you need to see it if you haven't seen it. And yeah, next up we will talk about, let's talk about Pulp Fiction. For the longest time, this has been my favorite movie of all time, but it's dipped a little bit, and I think it's just because of Quentin Tarantino. He's kind of more of a traditionalist when it comes to making movies. He prefers shooting on film. He's not with like the Netflix type stuff, releasing on Netflix. He's just very old school, and I think that kind of hinders like his ability a little bit to tell stories, in my opinion. And heck, like he said he's gonna be retiring with his 10th movie that he made, and like we don't really know for sure when that's gonna happen, because like he was working on his 10th movie and he just decided to like drop it. But Pulp Fiction put him on the map, and it revitalized the careers of John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson, because before that they weren't really doing too much. And this movie is a classic. Like, it was made like a year after I was born, and I remember it being like the first movie to basically motivate me to start writing, and it's the movie that got me to appreciate the art of filmmaking and my love of movies. And it's just good. Like, the dialogue's fantastic. The way the story is told out of order was pretty creative back in that day. And it's still an all-around film, a good film. I watch it like once every few years. Like, I won't watch it like every year, just because like just because I won't be in the mood for it. But yeah, like I can't think of a favorite movies list without putting this on there. Like, it just feels weird not putting it on there. Let's see here. After that, we're going to go with Heat. Michael Mann's Heat. Now, let me talk about this movie. This movie has a hell of a cast. It stars Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. It has Val Kilmer in it. It has Danny Trejo. This movie is just balls to the wall, like, good. Like, it's a long movie. It's like 2.5 hours long, but man, like the action's fantastic. It's probably one of my favorite action movies, and it's gunfight in the streets of Los Angeles after they rob that bank. That's probably one of the best bank heist shootout scenes ever put to film, hands down. It's just fantastic. Like, the sound design's pretty damn perfect, because like, I believe I watched an interview where Michael Mann said like he was trying to get the sound design for the bullets perfect, and when that firefight starts, man, like, there's nothing like it. It's one of the best out there, and the story's pretty damn decent. All the characters are likable, and it deserves to be in my list. Alrighty, next. Let's see here. I have 3 more movies left. Let's talk about Tree Life. This movie probably you haven't heard of it much, or if you have heard it, you haven't seen it. It's a pretty obscure movie. It's directed by Terrence Malick, which, if you don't know Terrence Malick and the type of movies he makes, they're not very heavy story driven. He more focuses on the aesthetic of the film, the look and feel of it. He likes pretty pictures. Like, he likes to shoot pretty nice scenes. Dialogue can be a little bit sparse and spread out, and like, this is that type of movie. But after watching this movie, I highly doubt you won't leave thinking that you were moved emotionally. It's hard to describe what the story of this movie is, but I'm gonna try. It's basically about a family in like 60s Texas, where they're dealing with the loss of like a son and a brother, a son and a brother, because it focuses on Brad Pitt, who stars in this, along with Jessica Chastain. They're the parents, and then Sean Penn, he's kind of like barely in it, but he's dealing with the loss of his brother, but it's like interconnected with scenes of like the beginning of the universe and how it's created, and yeah, like, it's kind of hard to explain what this movie is. It's more of a feeling than explanation, if that makes any sense. But the movie's just great looking. Like, it's nice to look at, and like, I remember the first time when I finished watching it, I just like felt overwhelmingly good inside. I don't know, like, it's like when you feel like you look up at the stars and you feel like you're significant, but it also makes you feel like wonderful inside. I guess that's the type of explanation I'm trying to go for this film. And it definitely left an impact on me, and it definitely deserves to be on my list. Second to last, let's go with The Road. These last 2 movies I'm going to be talking about were movies made or inspired by Cormac McCarthy books. The Road, man, it's a bleak film, but it's also beautifully told. Because of the 2 main characters, Viggo Mortensen and I think Cody Smith-McPhee. It's about a dad and his son trying to survive the apocalypse. Like, it's not blatantly told what happened, but you can presume that it was like nuclear war type apocalypse, and yeah, it's just about like a dad and kid trying to survive and trying to carry that fire and motivation to keep on going. Um, and there's some scenes in there that's pretty intense. Like I can think of a couple, man, that just like had me gripping my chair. Um, and like it's one of those few movies that I decided to buy the book after I watched the movie because I just thought it was so damn good, and it deserves to be on my list. And the last movie I'm going to be talking about today is No Country for Old Men. Also, previously a book written by Cormac McCarthy. It's about a guy that stumbles upon a briefcase of money that was left after a drug deal gone bad, and he's getting chased and by a hired hitman, and both of them are basically getting chased by a law officer. The cast is well casted with Tommy Lee Jones, Josh Brolin, and Anton Sugar. That's the name of the guy with the chili bowl haircut, but his actual name's Javier Bardem. This movie's fantastic. The plots are great. The moral themes surrounding the characters are great, where you have Anton Sugar that basically he makes his decisions by flipping a coin by chance. Josh Brolin's character, Llewellyn, he makes his decisions based off of his own free will. That man makes his own destiny. And then you have the sheriff, Tommy Lee Jones, who basically his moral compass is more centered towards just old traditional ways and by having faith in God. And it's just a very good movie. The Coen brothers, most of their movies, they knock them out of the ballpark, but this one definitely is their best movie they've ever made. And it's just good. Like I'll sit down and watch it like once a year, and I'm never dissatisfied after watching it. Like I think it's just all around pacing perfect and just good. And with that said, the next videos I'll probably do will be my favorite TV shows. Then I'll do my favorite animes, and then my favorite horror movies. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see your pretty faces later. Bye-bye.